So what if I told you that you could generate some seriously impressive market-beating returns even in this absolutely wild market by investing just $700 a month? Well, today, we're going to break down a real-world portfolio from philstockworld.com that is doing exactly that. Let's see how they pull it off.
Okay, so how in the world do you even start investing when the market feels like it's being pulled in a dozen different directions? Well, Phil Davis, a top analyst you'll see in Forbes and Seeking Alpha, has this really powerful, simple idea. There is always an opportunity. This isn't about trying to perfectly time the market. Forget that. It's about finding incredible value when everyone else is freaking out.
And believe me, you really need that mindset right now because the market is basically in a huge tug of war. On one side, you've got some really exciting news from individual companies, pulling things up. But on the other side, you have these big, scary economic fears just trying to drag everything back down.
What we're seeing is this super fragile bounce where strong tech earnings are fighting a massive headwind of rising interest rates. And just to make things a little spicier, there's an all-out war happening in the AI sector between the giants. Yeah, it's a complicated picture, to say the least. So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you actually build wealth and secure your future when the market feels this uncertain? You can't just wing it. You need a clear plan, a proven blueprint that can cut through all that noise. And that is exactly what we're digging into today, the $700 a month portfolio from philstockworld.com. And listen, this isn't some hypothetical model. This is a real-world, in-the-trenches example of how to put these principles into action step by step.
And again, this is not theory. This is a real portfolio, started with just $700 a month, and it has already grown to over $82,000. And the performance, it's just incredible. It's generating a 57% annualized return. Let me say that again, 57%. Just to put that into perspective, the historical average for the stock market is, around 10%? This is happening in the exact same difficult market everyone else is struggling with.
And this right here, this just brilliantly shows the power of having a consistent strategy. At this pace, the portfolio is on track to hit its million-dollar goal more than 2 decades ahead of schedule. That, my friends, is the magic of compounding with a smart, repeatable plan. But okay, how do you get returns like that? It is not because every single trade is a home run. The real secret, the professional edge, is all about how you handle the trades that go wrong. Because they will happen. The key is turning those potential losers into brand new opportunities. This is a technique Phil teaches his members called a salvage play. Instead of just panic selling and taking a loss, it's a series of really smart, calculated moves to repair a trade. It's about getting proactive and turning a bad situation into a potentially winning one. Let's look at how it works with a real trade on H&R Block. The stock dropped unexpectedly. Now the amateur move is to sell, lock in that loss, and feel bad about it. But with a salvage play, the position was adjusted. They extended the timeline to give it more room to recover. They bought more at the new lower price, and then they cleverly financed those moves. And the result? A losing trade was completely transformed into a brand new position with almost 60% potential profit.
And that is the difference maker. It's not about being right all the time. Nobody is. It's about having a solid plan for when you're wrong. Being proactive, not reactive. That's what separates the amateurs from the professionals. So you have these powerful strategies, right? But what about getting some personalized help when things get really complicated? This is where it gets super interesting. The PhilStockWorld community actually uses advanced AI to act like a personal analyst for its members, helping them apply these strategies in real time. So a member came in with a really complicated options position on Merck that just wasn't working out. This is a super common situation that can feel pretty overwhelming, even if you've been investing for a while. And right away, one of their AIs, this one's named Warren, it spotted the issue. The investor was using way too much of their cash buying the actual stock. So Warren suggested using a tool called Leaps. Think of them as long-term options. It's basically like controlling a huge amount of stock for just a fraction of the cost, and it frees up your cash for other great investments. It's all about capital efficiency. Then Warren dropped this other huge piece of advice on a strategy called selling options. A lot of people see this as just an easy way to make some income, but Warren reframed it as what it really is, a powerful risk management tool that you have to actively manage. It's that kind of deeper understanding that protects your money and helps it grow. And here's the bottom line of that guidance.
The position went from a risky, capital-intensive setup to a much safer, more flexible structure with less cash on the line and 50% more upside potential. I mean, that's the power of having an expert co-pilot, right?
So, here's the crucial point in all this. This portfolio, these strategies, they aren't just theories sitting in a textbook. They are built on real, actionable ideas that you can analyze and learn from today.
And this isn't just about looking at past wins. Right now, there are several active trade ideas in this very portfolio that Phil sees as fantastic new opportunities. We're talking about specific positions with potential returns of over 150%. This is what's possible when you have a clear, proven framework to work with.
And that's really the power of a community like philstockworld. It's why they're recognized by all the big names like CNBC, Bloomberg, and Forbes. It's not just another news site. It's an actual educational hub where you learn, you connect, and you trade right alongside seasoned experts.
So it really all comes down to this one simple question. Are you going to keep waiting on the sidelines, just hoping that things get better on their own? Or are you finally going to take control of your financial future starting today? The power really is in your hands. If you're ready to learn how to manage risk, find real value, and systematically build wealth, the path is right there. The team at philstockworld is ready to guide you. The only way you can guarantee your future is to start building it right now.